Welcome to Contact Has Begun, brought to you by the grace of the World Puja Network, one of the last vestiges of truth concerning benevolent, spiritually, and technologically advanced off-world visitors. Some refer to these visitors as our greater family of man or returning ancient ancestors. I am James Gillen, your host, and our guests also include cutting-edge physicists, authors, teachers, and healers dedicated to the awakening and healing of humanity and the earth. Let the journey begin. Greetings. We have a great show today. We've got quite a few things to get out of the way first. We still have the ongoing Kunlun and Yigong classes at the ranch. And, if you want to go to the website at eseti.org, you can go and check out those classes. They're just amazing. Also, check out the latest footage that we have up there of ultra-dimensional beings appearing at the ranch and some of the other things, because it's all up now. The video footage and the photographs where, Japanese monks have come here and taken some pretty amazing photographs. So that's up on the website as well. There's so many things I wanted to announce, but I think I'm going to skip a lot of these announcements and just get right into the show because we have so much to go ahead and cover here. I'm hoping I'm saying his name right, but we have Echan, I think it's Deravy. I hope I'm saying that right. He was born in Scotland. Where at the age of 3, he had a lot of experiences of a mind-shattering hyperdimensional worlds. Started on his quest through 75 different countries. He learned the true meaning of faith. He's doing a new movie right now. He's been traveling all over the world, basically, interviewing some of the greatest minds on the planet, or you might say greatest hearts of the planet. Obviously, we need to get out of the mind and into the heart. But with any further ado, I want to welcome Echan to the show. Echan, are you with us?
I am here, and I know it's a difficult name to pronounce, James.
Yeah. Now, am I pronouncing your name right, just to start off?
Okay, the name is usually pronounced Echan Deravy.
Oh, okay.
And interestingly enough, this is not the name I was born with. This is the result of a contact experience, this name, which may suggest why it's a little difficult to pronounce.
Okay, yeah, now that's making sense now. But, we all have so many different lifetimes and experiences and names. It's, these bodies are just like another coat, we're putting on each time around.
That's been my experience for sure.
Mm-hmm. So I want to talk a little bit about your movie. If people want to, go to your website, it's www.earthpilgrims.com.
That's right.
They can learn more about that. And there's so much to cover. How did you start on this journey? We'll just start from the beginning.
The journey, Earth Pilgrims, is really about our journey right now on planet Earth. How I started the journey was being born in Scotland in 1952, born as John Craig, and at a very early age beginning a world pilgrimage from the age of 17, looking for information, people that would help me with my quest to understand the spiritual nature of our reality. So it took me to 75 countries. I ended up in Japan at the age of 22, headed for a Zen monastery.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have everybody come here. We have Zen monks here come here. We have a lot of Native American elders, from all over the world, yogis and lamas. We're kind of eclectic here, so it's a place
Perfect
where everybody,
place.
Yeah, everybody can share and find out they're basically saying the same thing, in different words.
Absolutely, yes.
But so this movie you've on, can you talk about some of the experiences that you've had and some of the people that you've interviewed?
Absolutely. The movie was my response to the 2012 issue, about which I have been lecturing in Japanese in Japan since 1992. And I ended up writing 25 books, writing and translating 25 books about this issue of a big shift coming to the consciousness of this planet. Let's say it's codenamed 2012. And I realized that writing books and providing written information was not enough, that I had to come up with a response to this quote-unquote problem or issue in a way that would help people in a simpler way. And that was really the birth of the idea of Earth Pilgrims, James, because in Japan, when you want to reflect on your actions, when you want to embrace a new way of life, when you're going through a big spiritual change, let's say, they have a long tradition of Buddhist pilgrimage around an island called Shikoku, which is one of the 4 islands of the Japanese archipelago. And this is a 1,300-kilometer Buddhist pilgrimage that takes you to 88 temples. And I had wanted to do the Camino, which is in northern Spain, the traditional Christian pilgrimage, but I couldn't leave my lecture work and my writing in Japan for the month it would take. And then I remembered, they have a pilgrimage tradition in Japan. I remembered the island, I checked on the internet, and I decided to do it. So I walked 1,300 kilometers, and I went to 88 temples, and I did the traditional pilgrimage, which is all about reflecting on yourself as you walk. It's a walking meditation. And towards the end of the pilgrimage, I was thinking, okay, I've written these books, I've done hundreds of lectures, I've used all the Japanese media to get this message out, and it doesn't seem like many people are really awakening to this. Mm-hmm. So it's time to make a film. That was the beginning of the idea of using the art of pilgrimage, the most ancient art that we have, all the way back to the Aborigines. We've been pilgrims, walking, meditating, walking, reflecting. And that was how the film began. And I just literally set off on a pilgrimage without any film experience at all, with a small camera. I thought I better start where I started, which is Scotland. And there we have the sacred island of Iona, an ancient druidic site that later became a famous Christian pilgrimage site. I thought, I'll start there. And that's really how it began. And from there I went to 6 other countries, and along the way met people like Graham Hancock, the British writer on ancient civilizations, of course, as your listeners will probably know, Satish Kumar, who's a leading British environmental, deep environmental activist. And from then on to another 4 countries, which included meetings with physicist Nassim Haramein, with Coleman Barks, who narrated for us, and we have Rumi in the film, of course.
Oh, great.
And then I went to the States and I interviewed Wade Davis about, the issue of ethnocide, the issue of killing Aboriginal knowledge, which is fast disappearing. And there are others, but that gives you an idea.
What would you say, is the overall message that there's probably all kinds of common threads going through each one of their messages? Could you comment on some of the messages that each one of the people that you met had?
The common message is we are very close to the edge now as a planetary culture. It is absolutely obvious to those with eyes to see, if I could choose to use those words, that we are at the limit. And so from an environmental point of view, for example, Satish Kumar, though he doesn't share my ideas about 2012, clearly knows that our environment will not sustain us much longer. We are an unsustainable global culture, and we have problems that are unsolvable. And I don't think many of us have actually reached this crisp, clear point yet. The problems may be unsolvable, and this is where it takes us back to the Japanese tradition of the Zen Mondo, or the Zen koan, which is a question that you can't come up with a logical answer to. Mm-hmm. There isn't any answer in the head. There isn't any answer in the technology, in the science, in the intellectual community to the dilemma that we're facing right now, which is, I believe, the birth pains of a new civilization, the birth pains of contact. Mm-hmm. And so the overriding theme of the film is quit trying to solve things and start being present here every minute of your pilgrimage on this planet, because we are not just pilgrims on this planet. This planet itself is a planetary pilgrim moving with a solar system through a galactic system, through a universal system, on a journey which we could summarize as evolution.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems that if we don't recognize this and go with this flow and evolve along with the Earth, that the solution would be that basically to get rid of us,
Yeah, depopulate the Earth of humans might be the Earth's actual best strategy for dealing with this. But no, I'm being facetious. This is a completely natural process as far as I can see. It's a completely natural part of a cosmic pilgrimage. When a species gets this close to extinction, they either wake up or they literally do go extinct. Mm-hmm. And we have lots of previous examples. But I don't think that the DNA adventure has come this far to drop us off into the extinction sink. I do believe that there is enough awakening energy on this planet right now to somehow miraculously pull us through the next couple of years. But it's going to be intense. Okay. And that's where the art of pilgrimage can teach us so much, because pilgrimage is a very intense, very personal, tough road to move along. And we've always had pilgrims to inspire us. We still do. But we've lost the sense, I think.
Yeah. I think we need to, just my own opinion, basically, I think we just need a huge wake-up call, and if the Gulf oil spill was not a wake-up call and the, shutting down of the Gulf Stream, which seems to be happening right now, I don't know what else it's going to take. But, with me, I had to drown myself. I had a drowning and crossed over and went into the Golden Light and blissed out there for a while and came back. And it took that to shock me out of the world that I was programmed by, because at the time I was doing commercial real estate and I had all these people working for me and, had the big house, the fancy car, the boat,